Nigeria and Kingdom of Morocco on Monday in Rabat signed 3 agreements, including a regional gas pipeline that will see Nigeria providing gas to the country in West African sub-region and extended to Morocco and Europe. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, in a statement said the signing of the agreement was witnessed by President Muhammadu Buhari and King of Morocco, King Mohammed. He said this followed a meeting between the 2 African leaders and focused on strengthening economic relationship in gas resources development and global investment and agriculture training and management. Shehu also stated that the visibility study of the agreement on the pipeline, which was signed by the National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) and the Director General of the National Office of Hydrocarbon and Mine, will be concluded in July 2018. The construction of the pipeline will be phased and based on increasing need of the countries across and Europe for a period of 25 years. The President Buhari, who was received by a large crowd from airport at Rabat Royal Palace, assured King of Morocco of Nigeria's full commitment to the actualization of all agreements signed.
Federal government has declared Friday 15th and Monday 18th June 2018 as public holiday to mark a day fete. Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazao, in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary Dr. Mohammed Umar, while congratulating the Muslim faithful on the successful completion of the Ramadan, enjoined all Nigerians to use the occasion of the celebration to pray for the peace, unity, prosperity, and stability of the nation. His state government desired that all Nigerians be inspired by the virtues gained during the holy month of Ramadan to live a life of sacrifice, charity, and love for one another. He enjoined all Nigerians to join hands with the government of President Muhammadu Buhari in taking the nation to a greater heights. The minister wishes all Nigerians a happy, peaceful, and rewarding Eid al-Fitr celebration.
The presidency has given clarification on the proposed National Water Resources Bill, saying that there was no hidden agenda. The executive has sent the bill to the Senate seeking to centralize the control of water resources, which divided senators across the regional line. Those opposed to the bill pointed out that the bill, if passed into law, will further centralize power and the nation's resources, which will counter the current move toward devolution of power. Sanders Senator particularly criticized the move to create a new federal government bodies to take over the responsibility of state water resources within their territory, reacting to the development. Senior Special Assistant to the President on National Assembly, Senator Ita Enang, during a press briefing to clear air on the controversy surrounding the bill in Abuja, said one of the objectives of the bill is to ensure that the nation's water resources are protected. He said the intent of the bill was misunderstood by the lawmaker who kicked against it as the last stage of consideration, and some Nigerians making negative comment on it.
Again, what is the idea of not allowing states under the act as existing? The idea of not allowing states to have control of water courses which flow beyond in between one state and another is to ensure that one state does not dam or divert the course of water against or prejudicial to another state, just as it's contained in the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea and law.
Senator Enak said the bill also provide for existing customary use of water and avoidance of harm to other water users. Adding that the bill also provided citizens right to access to clean water and sanitation.
You will see in the schedule relating to the exclusive legislative list that the control of water and water courses running between more than one state is vested in the federal government and is vested in exclusive legislative list, which means that only the National Assembly can legislate on it. Now, I draw attention to the Nigeria Hydrological Agency Act, which is also repeated. The provisions are repeated in this bill. The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency Establishment Act is a law that came into effect on 27th August 2010. It was made under the administration of President Jonathan, and it was conceived at the time that Dr. Abaruma was Minister of Water Resources and Agriculture, and I was a party to the making of this act. Therefore, it is this law again that President Buhari has brought to be one of the laws that is consolidated into one document as one, the National Water Resources Bill. The President Muhammadu Buhari, does not intend to create a law that was not there for the purpose of taking over the control of water courses and water resources and channels as against what the existing law is. He is simply consolidating existing laws into one body of laws.
Following the tension arising from the debate on the legislation, President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, had to cut the debate short, ruling that the bill be stepped down and be reviewed.
The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, has arrested 2 police officers and 3 others in an attempt to traffic 10 Nigerian youths to Moscow. NAPTIP officials on code-name Operation Block intercepted the suspects at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport Saturday night as they tried to board a Turkish Airlines flight for Russia. They are believed to have been using the Russia 2018 World Cup as a cover-up. The youths being trafficked all had identification as FIFA fans. A statement from NAPTIP names police officer Esan Matthew and quarantine officer Stephen Fayewimo as coordinating the movement for the trafficked children. Both were arrested alongside 3 others, Aziz Olowo, Idowu Fashakin, and Eni Godwin. The children rescued include 9 girls and a boy. 5 of the children being trafficked are from Edo State, 3 from Delta State, and 1 each from Imo and Benue States.
The People's Democratic Party has condemned the presidency for appropriating the achievements of the National Assembly and listing them as those of President Muhammadu Buhari. In a statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Kola Olabondia, PDP said the recent attempt by the Buhari president to ascribe credit to the president for the recent amendments of the Constitution, particularly the granting of financial autonomy to state assemblies and judiciary, was despicable. The party noted that neither the presidency nor the president himself made any input in support of these amendments. PDP, however, commend National Assembly and state houses of assembly for their resilience in enhancing the nation's democratic practice as consolidated by successful PDP administrations, despite the unrelenting assaults on the institution of the legislature by the Buhari administration.
The Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority (NSIA), the agency managing the Sovereign Wealth Fund, has recorded a decline in its profits from 130.3 billion naira to 22.5 billion naira in 2017. The managing director of the agency, Uche Oji, while presenting highlights of the financial performance of the fund to the media on Sunday in Abuja, said 2017 was a challenging year for the agency. He said the total income of the agency declined from 149.83 billion naira in 2016 to 27.93 billion naira in 2017. According to him, the agency also recorded a decline of 107.8 billion naira in profit from 130.37 billion naira in 2016 to 22.55 billion naira in 2017. Mr. Oji blamed the currency management policy of the federal government for the decline in profitability. Oji also said the delay in inaugurating the NSIA board led to a lag in reinvestment of matured funds, which affected profitability in the year under review. He, however, said despite the drop in profitability, the NSIA had decided to increase its funding for infrastructure development.